Hey guys, in this video we'll be going through all the features in the AMPD dashboard. You'll know how to use everything and you'll know how everything works by the end of this video. Alright, let's get started. Now when you land into your dashboard, you'll come to your home page. So this is where some basic analytics are: your projects, team, revenue, performance, and some other revenue analytics. This is one of the most valuable ones. We have the extract materials and the price checker feature. Now I've just made up some random quote in ChatGPT. Now this is an invoice, so PO number 1, description table, quantity 1, price, and then etc. This will be our testing invoice. So this either works with invoices or quotes. Okay, now select here and get your quote or invoice and select it. Alright, so this is what happens when your materials are extracted. Extracts the name, the PO number, and the per unit cost. So now this adds it into your materials, as you can see. So guys, if we go up into the price checker, and I've just made up this image, so as you can see here, I've just changed the price from $200 to $250, and yeah, this isn't a real invoice, this is just a test invoice, just to show you how it works. So we upload it and processes image. So as you can see here, the AI has detected that this has gone up $50. This is extremely helpful when suppliers are constantly changing their prices, and you're making sure you're not quoting the wrong price. So all you have to do to update the price is press update one price, and as you can see down here, table is now $250. Now if we go to order generator and select our supplier, then we go to saved materials, and let's say we add in a chair, table, we go edit, we add in 4 chairs and 4 tables. Now you can either do delivery or pickup. Now it doesn't really matter what you do, depends on the situation you're in. Let's say we do delivery. Let's add in an example address. Now you can save this address here and it will go into your saved addresses. Now I recommend you tick add to stock inventory and press download order. Now this is what it creates. It has your supplier here, order summary, your items, code, quantity, unit price, all of the GST stuff, the date, your business information, etc. So if we go back to the AMP trades and go to stock inventory, your items will show up here now. So it will have a quantity of 4, quantity of 4. Now let's move on to the quotes page. Now I'm just going to fill in some random data here. I'll be right back. Now I've just added in all of this information. I've used a lot of my saved stuff, so that is a very good time saver. Now if we go down here to materials, let's say we want to add in a chair again and a table. So let's say we add in 2 chairs and 1 table. Now let's say we add our labor in, go here. Now as you can see, we can add in, took us 8 hours, save it, that's all done. Now I'm not going to add in equipment or travel and expenses. That's basically the same process as these two was. Now if you want to come back to this later, you can easily save this. As you can see, it's saved, and if we go into saved quotes, it will show up all here. But if we go ahead and download this, this is what generates. So as you can see, it has the description here, the quote, client, the project name, all your business info there, quote number, job number, and the date. Has all your materials here, your labors, and it has your total. It has your GST here and your total excluding GST. And down the bottom, it has your signature and acceptance for your client. So all your client has to do is sign that, put the date there, and then you have the go ahead to start your job. If we now go to invoices, our quote will show up here. If we want to view our quote, we press this. If we want to convert it to a invoice, as you can see there, press that. The invoice number shows up here and the invoice date shows up here. Now this is basically just the quotes page, but for your invoices. So if you want to edit this and say, oh, we only need one chair, save it, and we go out, it will now be changed. If you've partially invoiced this and you want to add more later, you can press save. Now if we go out and go back in, as you can see, it is still quantity of one chair. Now let's go ahead and download this invoice. Now this is what generates, has your invoice number, job number, and date, or your business information, the project name, client, start date, end date, the project description, materials, labor, and your prices. And then it has your payment details here from your business information in the settings, your BSB, account number, and account name. Now if we go back to the invoices page, we can now set this as paid or abandoned, or we can leave it as pending. If we mark it paid and we go to stock management, as you can see, the chair was 4, now it is 3, and the table was 4, now it's also 3. Now this is just an automated stock management tool. This, you rarely have to add in anything. You do have the option to if you do buy stuff and you don't put orders in, but mainly everything will be automated. Now if we move on and go to receipt storage, this is where you can upload your receipts. If I just go ahead and add in a random image, let's say we just add in this, obviously this would be an image of your receipt. Now let's just say we put in notes, it's a petrol receipt. Now let's say we just add this and press upload receipt. This will save it to the current month, which is, as of today, it is December 2025. Now you can also view this. The notes will come up here and the image will come there. Now this tool is mainly to organize your receipts. So if we go here, you can select what month and year to download from. Now when you download this, it will download all of your images from the current month you selected here in a zip file. So basically it will say December 2025 receipts in the file, and you can save them to your computer where it is safe and locked. Now if we come down here to documentation, this is where all your documents will be, all your documents that you need to fill out. Now if we go to this upload button, and I'm just going to add in a random check sheet. Now as you can see, it adds to your documents. Now if you press these three dots here, you can press edit, you can rename it, you can duplicate it, or you can download it, and you can also delete it if you want. Now if you press edit here, now you can fill this out. As you can see, it has a pass column. Now if you needed to quickly fill this out, you press the tick icon, press tick, 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 and tick, tick. Now press here and you can easily move this around. This is just a very quick way to fill out paperwork. Now if you want to add an X, you select the X tool and press X, 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 and it will add X's for you. Now you can also add text to your documents. You can add in any text you want. So if you press here, highlight that, delete it, and you can type whatever. As you can see, you can change the font to whatever as well. Make it bold, italic, put an underline on it. You can also delete it. If you had paperwork where you had to add in a heap of dates, you can select the quick insert, add in your date that you want to add really quick, and just click, 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 and it adds it in really quickly. That's one of the main problems I see with businesses when filling out paperwork. They're always pressing the text icon and typing in every date, every bit of text. Every bit of text, and they waste a lot of time doing that. Also, you can add in your business name, your ABN number, address, phone number, and email. You can also add in a line if you want to draw anything. You can also add in your signature. So if you just click down, you can draw your signature. So I'll just scribble here. Save signature, name. Let's just say my name, Kai. Now you have your save signature here, and same thing, just click down and you can add in whatever. You can also add in images, but I'm not going to show you that. That's pretty straightforward. Now once you're done filling out all your paperwork, you can press save here. And once you've saved it, you can go back to the three dots, press download, and open it, and as you can see, everything is here. It's all changed. Now moving on to site measurement page. If we go here and press this full screen, we can actually go on the satellite on maps. Now this is very, very useful for businesses that quote a lot at home and do work that is hours away or a fair distance away. So if you press up here, distance or area, you can actually measure. This is pretty accurate. I've actually done a test and measured outside my house, and it was very close to the right measurement. You can also save your measurement. Let's just say this was front yard fence. Canadian notes, it's optional though, so press save. and if you press view saved, it will come up here. You can always come back to this when quoting. You can also do area. This one is pretty straightforward as well. You just want to create a box or whatever perimeter you want the area of, and you can either stop it there or you can rejoin it back at the dot, and it will give you the area in square meters. Now if we go to the job scheduler, this is basically a calendar for your working week. Now you can either add in a event manually, and the faster way of doing it is the AI job scheduler. Now if we press this little mic icon, we can actually say a sentence of what we're doing in the week. So today is Tuesday the 30th of December 2025. Now if we say something like this, I've got to replace 3 light fittings tomorrow at 7 AM and it will take me around 2 hours. I also have to attend a meeting at 12 PM, which will take me about 3 hours. Now, once you have said whatever you're doing the next day, you press Get Smart Schedule. Now, as you can see, it says jobs added. Come down here, it's added. Now, as you can see, 7 AM to 9 AM. I said it would be 2 hours, so that's correct. 12 PM, you have a meeting, and that I said that would go for 3 hours. And when you have scheduled your week, your upcoming events will show the events that are due tomorrow. Now moving on, if we go to team management, this is where you add your employee accounts and your client accounts. Now if we add in an email, let's say it's 123 example at you create employee. That adds an employee account here. Now let's do the same for the client. Now as you can see, I've just added a client account here. Now let's just quickly log out of your account. Let's go to the employee and client sign in. Now if we put in that same email and password, now I've just filled in the email address and password, and when we press sign in, this is what the employee portal looks like. You have your daily time logs. This is where your employees can log their hours. So let's say on Monday, the 1st of December, they started at 7 AM. And they finished at 3 PM. Their status, now I'm working, so you select working, and you can also add notes, but that's optional, you don't have to. Submit time log, and that will show up on the admin accounts employee page. Now if we go to in progress, this is where you can also add in progress jobs. So now let's say you're doing a kitchen renovation and you're halfway through the job, you can actually log this for your boss. Now I've just quickly filled this out, wasn't too detailed in the details. Kitchen reno in Sydney, New South Wales. I just put in a random photo off of my files. Percentage finished, I put 50%, and the job title, kitchen reno. Now if you press submit progress job, That will also go back to the admin account. Now if you go completed jobs, this is basically the exact same except you're logging a completed job. You have your time taken here, your job photos up to 3, details, and a checkbox to say that you've tested it and it's passed all tests. That's if you were in an electrical trade or whatever. Now you're back in your dashboard, and if you go down to employees here, you press your time logs. This is the one account we have added. So if you select this account, you see on the Monday, 1st of December 2025, this employee started at 7 a.m, finished at 3 p.m. So this is good to just check over how much you need to really pay your client. So if we go back here, go to in progress jobs here. As you can see, the kitchen reno log is here with the image and the details, completion 50%, date logged, and employee accounts. Close. You can also mark this as complete. This will just basically disappear and move on into the completed jobs. If we now go to the social media page, now this is where AMP Trades takes all the in progress and completed job photos and turns them into social media posts. As you can see, it automatically creates a AI generated caption based on the description of based on the in progress log / completed job log. Says 50% complete on this stunning new kitchen reno in Sydney. Excited to see the transformation unfold. Stay tuned for more updates. And it also gives you 3 relevant hashtags. You can copy the caption and download the image. Now I'm going to sign in as a client now. Alright, now I've logged out, and let me just sign in real quick. Alright, now I've put in my details, and let's press sign in. Now, as you can see, you have your work requests. This is basically where your client can request new work to be done at their site. Now, once your client has filled this all out, they just press send work request, and it will come back on your admin account client page. Now, when making a quote, if we go here and press duplicate and go to client details and select your client email, and when you download the quote, if we go to clients here, go to our client and press quotes, we have the quote here that we just made. We click that and we get a chat system with our client to give updates, send through images, and we actually get a progress bar which we can actually slide as a business owner, and this progress bar will actually update on the client's end. Now if we mark this to 100% complete and press confirm and go back to our client's account. Now if you go here to quotes, select that, you'll be brought to here. Now this is where all your quote conversations will be. Now if you press here, we've just marked it completed. Now if you select it, the client will have to rate their experience with this whole job. So say, 5 stars. Now guys, I've just written in this comment right here. Now if you submit rating, that will be completed and the client will still be able to go through all the messages here. Now if you go sign. Now guys, we've finished basically everything. If we go to analytics here, this will be all your analytics. So if we go to December, you'll see paid invoice, 1200 profit, which is the labor, 400 for the material costs, social media performance. So if you go up here, we only got one, so the average should be 90. And as you can see, it's 90. Now this shows how well you'll be using the social media feature. And down here you have the business rating, which is what we just looked at. So if you press this arrow right here, now here you'll see the quote they have rated, the rating, and the comment they have given. Now guys, that wraps it up for this tutorial. I've gone through pretty much everything on this dashboard. Alright guys, see you in the next one.